Well, we just had to sit down with Cueto. Have you had a chance to sit down and talk to him with any length at all?
No, not yet. I mean, he just got in, and today he wasn't going to throw. He has long travel days, so his throw day is tomorrow. But next day or two, I'll sit down with him and talk to him. But just briefly today.
What strikes you most about Johnny Cueto, that kind of competitor he is and guy he is?
Well, I mean, he's one of the elite pitchers in the game, man. You just love the way he competes out there. He does all the little things. He holds runners, great stuff. We're very, very excited to have a guy like this, and couldn't have worked out better for us. In fact, that he ended up here along with Samardzija, gave us depth in our rotation, but he's a pro, and just came off a tremendous year. I know he's got to be excited about what happened last year to him. I'm sure he's wanting to get another one.
Bochy and Samardzija both maybe didn't have years like they had in previous years. Last year, Cueto had maybe a bit of a rough stretch. In Kansas City, Samardzija's numbers were okay. Do you feel like maybe in your place with Rags and sort of your pitching program and your sort of history you have that, it's a good spot for guys to maybe get the best out of
Well, yeah, we do. I mean, that's part of it. The major part is who they are and the talent that they are. And we certainly think with our defense, our ballpark, it's always going to be conducive to helping pitchers out. But these are talented guys, and you look at Cueto's year. Sure, he had a little hiccup there, but I don't know how many starts it was, 3 or 4. But you take that away, it's a pretty impressive year, and we all hit our bumps in the road. And same with Jeff, and he's a great talent, and so it's obvious we think that, or we wouldn't have signed him. That's how much we believe that both these guys have some great years ahead of them, and are going to make us a better team, and as I just mentioned, give us depth in this rotation which we needed. And but the National League with both of them having experienced pitching here, they know it. So I think they're going to also make our other pitchers better.
Did you do anything like watch film of him in the off season, or are you more interested in seeing him out here?
Johnny?
Yeah,
Which
just
one?
to get a good look at.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure. I mean, you do your homework and look at him. I saw him pitch in the postseason. I mean, I've seen a lot of him, and he's healthy, and he's a guy that we really wanted, and so I've talked to a lot of people about the tangibles that he brings too. He's a great teammate. He has a lot of fun playing. He has a lot of charisma, and we're a team that we've been known for being a little different, diverse. We've been called misfits, cockroaches. So guys fit in here, and we think he's going to be a great fit.
Have you ever, as either a manager or player, been involved with a staff that from top to bottom looks as solid as this group does going in?
I can't think of in all my years where I think we were this solid, to be honest. And that's why every year you just want to stay healthy. I mean, last year we got banged up and lost Kane, and but starting out, coming in spring training, this is as solid as I think we've been, and that's saying a lot because we've had some very good rotations here, but when you had two guys like this, they make you that much better.
What did you take anything away from watching Kane today?
I just like the way he was throwing free and easy. He's in great shape. It's evident he's worked hard this offseason. I mean, you look at him, but just the way he was throwing the ball. I mean, and I said this more than once last year. I thought his last start was important for him to go in the offseason and feel good about where he's at with the arm. And Dave Greshner, our trainer, who's been working with him all winter, kept just giving me great reports of how good he feels, and he showed that today. I mean, he didn't hesitate in letting the ball go. It was free and easy, and looked more like the Matty that we know.
You think that's a function of getting farther away from surgery?
Well, I think so. I've always felt that. The further you get away from surgery, the the more comfortable you get, with your new arm, so to speak, your delivery, the hesitation that you may have in the back of your mind, it might still hurt. So I've always felt, the further Matty gets away, the more comfortable he's going to be, and it showed that today.
You carried 8 relievers sometimes last year with Johnny here and Samardzija, who also kind of has the same traits in terms of getting deep into games. Do you think that's going to adjust the way you look at the roster?
Yeah, we could, Alex. Again, we can answer that better later on, but we're comfortable with the innings that these guys are going to give us, and we think we can adjust and go one less pitcher in the bullpen. We could do that. That's the flexibility that I think these guys will give us.
You got Andrew Susak in camp, who's kind of established himself as a major league catcher, and you got Trevor Brown, who came up last year and did a pretty nice job. I mean, is it fair to say what you have as a competition for that second catching spot?
Yeah, I'd say. We're going to keep it competitive here. We're going to break with our best club, and Andrew, 2 years ago, was a big reason for our success. He did a great job behind the plate, and offensively, good job coming off the bench. Now, he got injured, and he gave Brown a chance to show what he could do up here, and he did a nice job handling his staff and opened up a lot of eyes. And I think competition's good in spring training, and we don't have a lot of spots where it's competitive, but we'll stay open-minded there.
Too early to ask you about the carrying 3 catchers question?
Probably, it's not to say it won't happen, but this is getting back to the question Alex asked me. They could give us that flexibility to go with that third catcher.
Do you want to see Brown? Part of this thing was playing different positions. Do you want to see that at all this spring?
Yeah, he'll get a little work at first base, but I really think this kid needs to concentrate behind the plate. Just get to know these pitchers more. It's tough enough to play in the major leagues, and you're trying to make a team out of spring training. Now you're going to be working at other positions, so I don't think you'll see as much as you will down the road with him, because I want him to focus on catching. He hasn't caught a lot. This is a converted kid that has done a great job, and I just think it's going to be critical for him to get to know these pitchers and how they like to work.
I don't know if you've talked about this before, but is Kane a lock in the 5 spot? Is that how you're going?
We haven't locked up anything yet. We usually let him throw couple pins, and Rags and I will sit down and we'll lock up the rotation on what we think, and we'll have it lined up this spring. But we always go to the pitchers first and let them know.
I guess I didn't mean a lock for I just meant a lock for the rotation. Is that the idea?
Oh yeah, no, he's in a rotation. If that's your question, no, he's definitely in the rotation.
Are you going to handle Heston as a starter this spring?
He'll get stretched out. Yeah, he'll be piggybacking some pitchers. He's our 6th starter, long guy. Guy that's giving us depth there in case something happens.
With Athel gone, how do you feel going to camp here with Osage taking more of a permanent role in the bullpen?
A lot better. No. Just send that to Jeremy. Actually, he sent me a text yesterday, and you can't help but miss the Jeremy Athel. Not just what he did on the field, but you always knew when he was around. He was a lot of fun, and but it's nice to have an Osage. And then, Okert, Laura, we got some other lefties in here that, we're going to take a look at. But you look at the job Osage did last year, I think he's primed to assume Jeremy's role.
Are there any pitchers who won't be throwing pens either today or tomorrow, or starting off a little slow?
One guy is probably Sergio Romo. We'll just bring him on a little slower. We don't expect any setbacks or anything, but, same as last year. We always find a pitcher that, we want to take it easy with, and he's one of them. And he's healthy. There's nothing wrong. I don't want to raise eyebrows here with Sergio because he'll be good to go.